Just the usual, guys. Just beautiful day, good week of practice. Excited about being home and ready to get rolling here.
Sounds like the weather might be bad again on Saturday. How much this last week kind of prepped you for that, I guess?
Well, hopefully it does. Didn't prep us today. Huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful day today. No, it is good that we played in it. We have a full game under our belt, that's for sure. It sounds like it's going to be very similar. So it is what it is. We'll have to deal with it, and our guys will be ready to go.
In some ways, especially from a defensive standpoint, do you kind of prefer that kind of a wet game?
I always prefer a nice surface, but it is what it is. We'll see. I don't know who it affects more or any of those things. It affects us both, equally. So it is what it is.
Any difference between a game like that on a grass field compared to the artificial here?
Definitely different there. Our field will be, the traction will be much cleaner, much better. How it affects, the ball, it's still going to affect that, but the footing will be much better.
You mentioned JJ and Jared might get extended looks this week. How did they kind of respond to that?
Yeah, JJ, Jared, and KD, they're all, we've been working them in and getting them ready. You'll see. We'll see. You never can tell how the reps are going to go during the game. But they had a good week of preparation. They're getting better, and that's the key.
Has Xavier responded? I know you kind of brought him up Monday. Has that been something he's taken to heart?
He is. He's getting better. He's had a solid week so far this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Kelly Bryant obviously poses some problems, both running and passing. What have you guys had to work on, especially for more of a quarterback like him?
Well, he's a guy that, he makes some throws that'll wow you. You got to go back and watch it. He throws the ball in some really good places, and he's got a big arm. He can make all the throws. He has a lot of experience, but he also can hurt you with his legs. And whether that be scrambling, buying time, scrambling for yards, or QB design run. So that always puts pressure on him.
Whenever Lynn does go back to wide receiver, how can playing quarterback help him at that spot too?
I just think knowledge. I think when he's playing quarterback and maybe a receiver doesn't run the route that he's anticipating, I think that is the way that can help him, and where how much those guys need to be on the same page.
You talked to a few guys this week about blocking for Lynn and how that's a lot different. Have you seen that? Just and talked with him about because that's tough. The scrambling obviously helps in some ways.
It is, and I think as we get more reps under our belt, if that happens this week, we'll see. But the O-linemen have to trust the fact that Lynn can make some people miss as well. So he's definitely going to extend some plays when he's at quarterback.
Eddie Grant talked the other day about working Chris Rodriguez in more and kind of making that a three-man rotation. Is that kind of the direction you guys are headed with?
Yeah,
that?
Chris has been getting better and better and gives us a different dynamic back there, and he's been running good, so he'll get some reps again.
How difficult is it to prepare for a guy like Alberto? I can't pronounce the last name, but they're big tight end.
Yeah. You just need to say Albert. He's one of those guys. He's good enough. He could go by one name. He's a really good football player. Just big, strong. You can see he loves to play, creates space, makes competitive catches. So he's a good player.
With Missouri having their struggles away from home this year, and then the potential of the rain and all that, how important will it be for the fans to show up and make this a home environment?
Yeah, it is. When you asked me that question earlier, I actually thought of that as with us, it's no big deal, but for the fans, I would like a nice day. So greatly appreciate them coming, and it's not easy, as I always mention. I know the difficulties getting in and out of this stadium, and especially in the rain. So it's a big deal, and we need them here. Appreciate them coming.
How with Stanley? How long has that been an ongoing conversation, or was that this week?
No, Stanley. I love Stanley and wish him the best. You could tell. I have nothing but good things for Stanley and wish him the best. He's been in a tough spot here, just with playing, and he's behind and buried on the depth chart. And so this is a great example of where the portal is a good thing. I mean, I'll support him, and hopefully he'll get immediate eligibility if he can. And I wish him nothing but the best and want him to go on and be successful. he's been really good here and done what he can do. So I think, you know, we tried to get him in on some special teams, and you know, we had a tough play last week with him in there, and maybe that was the last straw because we'd moved some other guys in there. But again, I just appreciate him, and it's a win-win. You know, we want him to be successful, and we need numbers bad. You know, we are extremely crunched on numbers this year. So, you know, if it stayed the way it is right now, I'd only be able to sign 15 guys next year. So, this is where some attrition is good.
How much does that make recruiting difficult when you don't have a big senior class that's going to have a lot of?
Yeah, it is tough because this is about as good a year as we've had. So this is a great year for us in recruiting, and it's going very strong, and we don't want to slow down. So you know, it's a tough balancing act.
Have you had to adjust practice at all, having some guys banged up and a little bit like that?
No, we haven't. Got enough depth and bringing some younger guys along, and even maybe some guys that are redshirt, we're getting them involved with the twos, but we haven't had to alter anything.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.